Hey everyone, welcome into the DFS Den. It's Dave Eddy here, aka Corporal Eddy on Twitter. And today we're going to talk about winning the tight end spot in NFL DFS. Tight end spot is an interesting one because there's a lot of different ways that you can play it. I guess you could probably say the same for a lot of positions, but with tight end, when I'm looking at who I'm trying to play for that week, the one thing to keep in mind here is you can use a pretty small sample size for tight ends. Anything over a 3-game sample size and you're good to go. So pretty early in the season, you can pick up on some trends that you can rely on for tight end. Now, when we're looking at the most predictive stats to target, I'm looking at targets and target share. So very similar to a wide receiver, we're looking for guys who are going to be, highly productive in the passing game. I mean, obviously, right? They're not going to be sitting there running the ball or doing anything else, but got to be said, right? So it's a position where I feel like you either need to pay all the way up or you need to pay all the way down. I don't typically advise or I don't typically play tight ends that are somewhere in the middle of the pricing structure, either paying up for an elite talent or paying way down and punting the position. The one thing I will warn you about the tight end position, and partly this goes for other positions as well, but specifically for the tight end, if you are going to follow the chalk, make sure that you do so with a premium player in optimal conditions. So what we want to avoid is we want to avoid that really cheap, chalky, tight end who we're not exactly sure what he's going to do, but he's popular because he is so cheap. If I'm doing chalk at the tight end position, it's going to be a premium player in optimal conditions. Not going to be looking for the super cheap guy who everyone else is playing. Those are guys that are easy fades for me. Typically in, the best lineups that you see, winning these tournaments, we're talking like large field MME here, basically. Small field to some extent as well. Somewhere between 8 and 12% is typically where a tight end falls. Now, obviously, it can be way below that. It can be way above it, but on average, that's about where you're looking. And, typically speaking, your defense and your flex are going to be the only things that are less expensive than your tight end. So, again, no hard and fast rule there, but just something, to keep in mind as you're filling out the position. And then I would say tight end does not belong in the flex. Now, you most definitely can play a tight end in the flex on occasion. It typically does not work out in MME. I almost certainly would not do it in cash, but I mean, it can work out in the right circumstances. It's just something that I would tend to avoid. So that's how I attack the tight end position. I hope that you found this information useful, and I hope that you use it to help you win some more money this year. I appreciate you tuning in. If you have not done so yet, pop on over here, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you throw a like on this if you've enjoyed this video or any of the other strategy videos. And we'll see you next time.